4 of YouthRock 2022. Tonight, I would like to start by paying respect and acknowledging the custodians of the land on which this event is taking place. I respectfully acknowledge the Darug people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we stand. So thank you all for being here. Obviously, it's been 3 huge nights already. I'm sure you've all been watching because we're all very competitive. And I'm sure there's plenty of you guys out there from the past 3 nights watching tonight as well. Welcome. I'm very excited to see the next 8 bands tonight. We're in for a long night. 8 bands. We're in for treats. And the first band up tonight... Oh, wait. We should do all of the stuff that we need to do first. Exits. Out the door. Little green men running. They tell you to run towards them. Green means go. Down the stairs. And in the foyer there is where we'll meet. Round the corner there are toilets if you need them. Do it between bands. Generally when I'm talking is fine. Go out, quick run, go do your wheeze. All right, first band up tonight. They're waiting eagerly in the wings. It's Deaf Perception. Make some noise. These guys are from Ryde Secondary College. They've been together for a few months now. Basically, they describe themselves a little bit like a puzzle. All the pieces were slowly fitting together, and the self-proclaimed final piece that solidified the band was... No, these aren't the puzzle guys. Not the puzzle guys. They're not a puzzle. They are the shenanigan makers. So these guys on their Instagram say that it's basically shenanigan part 1, shenanigan part 2, shenanigan part 3. I, for one, really want to check out their Instagram. Deaf Perception. Let's all go Instagramming them for their shenanigans. They're very serious about this band, but they're not very serious about life. They're here to have a lot of fun, and they're here to bring the fun for us. It's their first gig together. Individually, they've played a lot, but together they have not played much. So they're very excited to play their first gig together tonight for us. Their musical influences are Led Zeppelin, The Doors, and Paul Butterfield Blues Band. They describe themselves as hard rock, pop, fusion, and blues. To me, once again, I feel like all of these guys are so creative that the eclectic descriptions, I've got no idea what to expect right now. Oh, I thought we were ready to go, but I'm still hearing talking over there. So Kyla began this band initially after setting up another band, but that fell apart. Kyla and George played together, and then a couple of months later they've introduced a new song, brought in some new members, and this is their final lineup that they've been playing together for a couple of months. Let's hear them out with their first gig, Deaf Perception.
Thank you. We are Deaf Perception, and this is our song, By Your Side. From my cheek until it bleeds, wait for it to fall away. We were so good, though we were bad. Doesn't matter if we're going downhill anyway. Take back the I love you, 'cause I never meant it. Don't you know that snitches end up in the ditches, darling? Don't worry, I'll make sure it's the end. Dressing bad is not apology, this ain't the first time we're acting again. And time's running out as the hours pass by. I'll see you on the other side. From my cheek until it bleeds, wait for it to fall away. We were so good that we were bad. Doesn't matter if we're going down anyway. My sister's taking after me. Follow my lead 'cause it's too late. What do you mean we're dying? Everything's going so bad. You say you were sorry, but I don't believe you. How is it so easy to just try and forget you? Black and white, easy to change your mind. It's clear to see how you're doing without me by your side. We were so good that we were bad. Doesn't matter if we're going down anyway. My sister's taking after me. Follow my lead 'cause it's too late. What do you mean we're dying? Everything's going so great. But my cheek until it please. Wait for it to fall away. We were so good that we were bad. Doesn't matter if we're going down anyway. My sister's taking after me. Follow my lead 'cause it's too late. What do you mean we're dying? Everything's going so great. We got Marco on guitar, Jeremy on bass, George on drums. I'm Kai, we are Deaf Perception. Thank you so much for having us here. We are so excited to be opening for you guys tonight. Let's go, YouthRock! Sun's waking up, mind starts to rise. Deep in the bones, still some vibe to inside. Keep hands wrapped down each other. Hold on to your latex cover. We've got lonely hearts to the ground, but we're going all out. And when each starts to rise, you know the lights go out. 'Cause we're hectic, reckless, get check this. Pull me to the dark, 'cause we're going at it slowly. Spineless, mindless, cease to remind us. No, you won't believe us, but we will. We're at the slay. Hell's waking up, tears running dry. It's cold through our bones, no we don't have to hide. Hold on until it's close enough. Take this as a chance to find us. We got lonely hearts to the crowd, but we're going all out. And when each starts to rise, you know the lights go out. 'Cause we're hectic, reckless, skeptic, check this. Moving through the dark, 'cause we're going at it slowly. Spineless, mindless, cease to remind us. No, you won't believe us, but we will. We're at the slay. One, two, three, four. Hectic, reckless, skeptic, check this. Pull me through the dark, 'cause we're going down it slowly. It's spineless, mindless, so please don't remind us. No, you won't believe us, but we will. We're at the slay. 'Cause we're hectic, reckless, skeptic, check this. Spineless, mindless, cease to remind us. No, you won't believe us, but we will. We're at the slay. All right, we got a little change in pace for you guys right now. So this song was written by our drummer George and I. It really means a lot to us, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. This song is called Hold On. I have one last song for you guys tonight. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who has made this possible. The judges, everyone on sound, media, tech. Our teacher, Miss Newen, who has helped us so much. I would like to congratulate everyone who's made it to the semifinals and wish all the other bands tonight good luck. This is our last song. It's called Ask Me 1,000 Times. Lost all on black hair, walking around like you couldn't give a care. And I can't get him out my head, it's like that. Mirror, gaze and stare, but who knows what goes on upstairs. And it's so not fair, you know. You're making me run circles, step on toes. Got me wrapped around his feeling, and you know. Warning, don't get closer for your sake. He already knows that it's too late. Oh, what a piece of cake. Darling, for me as you please, collecting all these memories. It's a tangle pair, but we're acting like we don't care. And I'm kinda actually scared you. I just feel like trying to dare and to make a move, I swear. But it's getting tense here. Oh, you know, you're making me run circles, step on toes. Got me wrapped around his finger, yes you know. Wanna know, get closer for your sake. But he already knows that it's too late. Oh, what a piece of cake. Calling for me as you please, collecting all these memories. Oh, you know, he's making me run circles, step on toes. Got me wrapped around his finger, yes he knows. Warning, don't get closer for your sake. He already knows that it's too late. Oh, what a piece of cake. Calling for me as you please, collecting all these memories. Thank you for having us.
You guys need to learn to use your voices. Clapping's fabulous, but these guys need to hear you scream. Yay! Ah, we can do it. I would like to thank our main sponsors for the evening. Bankstown Sports Club has given us this venue once again very generously. We thank them. Gildent and T1 Print, our t-shirts. I'm not wearing them tonight. I promised to keep bringing the glitter, and I didn't have enough glitter to keep me going for 5 nights, so I've gone the sparkles. Close. Tomorrow, I promise, there will be sequins again, lots of them. Don't worry, Alan, I have decided not to wear a floor-length ball gown, but it's close. So thank you, Gildan and T1. Shirts are for sale out the front door. Main Street Studios for their generosity. New South Wales Department of Education and Belmore Boys High, which has obviously been involved with YouthRock for many years. The next band up, I've heard you all scream. I know you can do it. Let's make some noise for Tundra. They're coming. guys used to be, for about 10 minutes, known as, or called themselves, Amped Youth. And they decided they can't be called Amped Youth when they're 40. And I thought that was beautiful foresight. These guys are planning to still be together when they're 40. And I said to them, you know, that's long term. And they're like, we hope so. So I love that, and very excited to see where they're coming from, where they're beginning. But then they changed to tundra, because in biology class they were hearing about the tundra biome, which is known for its low temperature and poor nutrients. So let's hope that doesn't describe them cold-hearted and malnourished. These are the puzzle pieces that I was stealing the story from before. These guys see themselves as a puzzle. Don't talk over me, please. These guys see themselves as a puzzle, and Nash is the self-proclaimed last puzzle piece, the drummer, bringing it all together. I will say, for those of you who have been watching all nights, you may remember a few nights ago we had a lunatic that doesn't believe in olives on pizza. We got another one. No olives on pizza. Don't trust him, scared to be on stage with him. But I'm excited to hear him play guitar. And the rest of Tundra, make some noise. Let's give it up for them.
We are Tundra! Ringing around for you, I just want to talk, it's true. Wanna see a sweet smile, video call me back, it's been a while. If I didn't think I was in the wrong, wouldn't make this sad song alright. Sitting alone, waiting to see your phone number turn up at me. Stomach burns like a house in flames. Playing with my feelings, it ain't a game. Hours of overthinking crap, how you hate me, I zero back. Busy with friends, out and about, so much ever for nothing, I wanna shout. Play cool, no big deal, is what I tell myself I'm trying to heal. Sitting alone, waiting to see your phone number turn up at me. Stomach burns like a house in flames. Playing with my feelings, it ain't a game. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, so this next song is about the fact that sometimes in life we get blinded by things that are not important and may carry us away, and we need to get grounded back down to earth. This is Spotlight. Caught in a trance, stuck in place for miles, I can see a glance.
tried to get closer, I was growing further away. A person I once knew turned to a hate. I bet you to avoid. Reality became simulated. My purpose was sold like an android. Blinded by a spotlight, a fictitious godlike symbols. All I cared for, my only fight. Blinded by a spotlight, a fictitious godlike symbols. All I cared for, my only fight. Sugarcoat became my view, not enough of it. I drew great Super Sam, became blue. Get me back to reality. I can't take any more of this. Give me shot of gravity. Gotta get my life back on track. It'll be a rocky road, a long journey back. Blinded by a spotlight, a fictitious godlike symbols. All I cared for, my only fight. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so this next song I would personally dedicate to my band Tundra. This is a more personal song, I'd say, and it's one of my favorites. This is Two Man Band. Hope you enjoy. Waking in yang, piecing apart the music. Who you I'd ever discover? Raw passion like yours, a proper guitar, playing gigs at empty bars. And challenges of no man's land. A two-man band, we can withstand challenges of no man's land. Carbon vibes breaking down by the ninth thorns coming of age. All of our songs come with a phase. The world is our stage. A two-man band, we can withstand challenges. A no man's land. A two-man band, we can withstand challenges. A no man's land. Thank you once again. How are we all feeling tonight? Awesome. Well, we're going to blow you away with this last song that might relate to most of the performers here.
We all remember the lockdown last year. It was definitely a painful and sad time, to say the least. And we all remember the struggles. This is School's Out for Good. Hope you enjoy.
One, two, three, four. Locked down and haven't been able to leave my town. Cameron's my new best friend, not you or mine. By road, can't be the rising when I please. Mornings are more at ease. Sydney, sick to the max, is hanging tight. My clothes on rack. Sydney, sick to the max, kids hanging tight. My clothes on racks. School bags, free cent sale, useless, but haven't failed. Missing shenanigans and shaking hands are the times I missed with my band. WhatsApp, Snapchat, this, that, miscool duets with that. Oh. Sydney, sick to the max, kids hanging tight. My clothes on rack. Sydney, sick to the max, kids hanging tight. My clothes on racks. Thank you very much for your support. You guys have a great evening, and I wish my best of luck to the other bands. Thank you once again.
Thank you to Seb's shirt. I love it. I think that's what I'm going to wear tomorrow. All right, so each night, 2 bands go through to the grand final tomorrow. So far, we have Denim on Her, Jericho, Serenix, Ruby and the Groovy Doobies, Shakamoto, and Nausea. Who will join them tonight? What they are vying for is the grand first prize. The school will get $1,000 worth of Marshall products from Taramara Music, who has donated so much to this event. And the band will get $1,000 worth of Zoom products from Dynamic Music, 5 days of multi-track recording from Main Street Studios, $750 worth of legal advice from Brett Oaten Solicitors, rehearsal time at Zen Studios, photography from Martin Brady Photography, and a support gig courtesy of the Harbour Agency. That is a huge prize. The stakes are high. The next band trying to get that prize is Skitson. Make some noise. That's your job tonight. Those guys' job to play music, your job, make noise. They're also going to make noise. So these guys have known each other since primary school, and I've always loved music, always kind of been in some version of a band, although they don't call it a band. They don't say that they developed over time and have been playing together now for a couple of years. They've really only played school gigs up until this point. They almost had an outside of school gig, and then aliens came down and destroyed the planet, otherwise known as COVID. So, this is their first gig tonight. They're extremely excited to be here and ready to give you all of their energy. They've described their songs as having no meaning, but wanting them to mean whatever you guys want them to mean, which I actually really love. As much as that sounds amusing, I actually love, to me, performance is giving energy and love, and you guys accepting it and creating your feelings, like intertwining them with your life and your reality, because, you know, someone's tragic song might be something that makes you feel uplifted. And I love that they're not putting their own feelings onto you. It's for you to decide for yourself. They do want to give a shout out to Mr. Smiley, who has been coaching them through this and trying to help them on this journey. Unfortunately, he is sick tonight. It wasn't aliens, but he is sick. They're hoping he's watching, and they want to say thank you so much, and they wish you could be here. Now, you know your job. Make noise. This is Skitson!
Travesty. I don't know what's wrong with me. It always never seems to be. Screaming in my head saying, she left me, They are always near to see. Seems to be surrounding me. I don't wanna see myself become a one big travesty. Go! Upside down, my mind's been spun around. Without you now, you're just a fading sound. What a waste, my life it desecrates. Stop the pain it suffocates. I don't know what's wrong with me. It always never seems to be. Screaming in my head saying, she left me. They're always near to see. Seems to be surrounding me. I don't wanna see myself become a one big travesty. Yeah! This can't be. I'm stuck in this tragedy. You left me with nothing but a memory deep inside. No one will ever see. Insanity is what you handed me. Time for an introduction. I'm Stuart, that's Marcel, that's Josh, and that's Jaden. Our next song, Outcast. Now you know where to kill, but don't like yet. Just let it show. Stand the fire, hell and blaze. I see my future coming, those scary days. Now I see the hate and not indeed. Now I see my grave not far away. Crowds of victims on me every day. The end is coming, it's time to run away. Now I know where to kill. I can't tell yet. You're my shell. Skies are fire, hell ablaze. I see my future coming for some scary days. Now you know. 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 Now you know where to kill, but don't die yet. Just let it show. Skies are fire, hell ablaze. I see my future coming from a scary day. Now I see the hate and not indeed. Now I see my friend on far away. Crowds of victims on me every day. The end is coming, it's time to run away. Now you know. 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 Where to go? Yeah. 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 Now you know. This is gonna be our last song of the night, so I want each and every one of you to sing with me. Within, without. Hey! 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 You checked your hand too many times. Your luck is running thin. It's time to pay for all your crimes. This battle you can't win. You can't say what you want, say what you please, say what you think you know about me. I'll bring you down. My time is now. I am within, without. I am within, without. I am within, without. Grace lasts eternity. No plus will do you well. It's time to pay for all your crap. Now you sound. Yeah. What I've done, the heads are gone, no time to run. I look for you and I saw no haste. The gods are left me in their ways. You can say what you want, say what you please, say what you think you know about me. I'll bring you down. My time is now. I am within, without. Yeah, say what you want, say what you please, say what you think you know about me. I'll bring you down. My time is now. I am within, without. I am within, without. Everybody. I am within, without. Again. I am within, without. One last time. I am within, without. Goddamn. Thanks, YouthRock, for the opportunity, you know. It's not every day this happens. Thank you to everyone who came, you know. Thought it was going to be empty, you know. You hear skits and you're like, who's that, you know? Well, anyway, thanks. I'm going to go now, bro.
Thank you, Skitson, but also thank you guys. You're starting to find your voice. Great. No pay rises yet, but I'm glad you're still employed. Second prize up for grabs for the school is $750 worth of Australis music product from Drummer's Dream. And the band will get product from Sound Devices, a song tracked at Rancom Street Studios, and rehearsal time at Zen Studios. Again, none of this is possible without the sponsors. So I know that I'm repeating myself a lot, especially for those guys who have followed us from Wednesday, but we thank them so much. None of this is possible without them. Yeah, you guys, promotions. The next band up is Nobody Really. Yeah, now make some noise again. So before I get into, well, there isn't really a story as to how they got their name, but there was some process of elimination, including some Klingon names. And I asked them what just one of them was. And it was so hard for me to spell and pronounce it. Now I understand why they start. I thought, oh, Klingon, that's pretty cool. I mean, in a nerdy way, but kind of cool. And I realised why they couldn't go there, because their previous possible title was Chovmei. Chovmei, I think. I don't know how my pronunciation's going, but it means stars, which I thought was a beautiful name, but considering the fact that I can't pronounce it, but then I can't pronounce King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. See? I knew that why I chose to do that. That was a choice. These guys have their own merch on their chests, which, I mean, I guess could be for sale, but they are currently on their own jackets. What I found amazing about these guys, they are from Armidale Secondary College. It's a school of 1,200 people. Their Year 11 music class has 4 people in it. This is half the class, literally. And they said half the time, half the class doesn't show up. So this is the class. Only one guess for how they found each other. Archie, on guitar over there, has 2 albums out. You will be able to find them both on all streaming services from the 31st of August under the name Archie Todd. For the moment, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, YouTube. They have a regular headline. I know I'm going over here, but I just love their story. They have a headline at a bookshop called Boo Book Armidale every month, and their biggest fan, Graham, may be watching tonight, so thank you, Graham. He goes to all their gigs. Their influences are Postmodern Jukebox, Mother Mother, Cave Town, and Half Alive. Archie, as I said, has 2 albums out. Zoe has sung for the first time, is going to sing for the first time tonight. So we've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other in terms of experience. They are certainly somebody. Nobody really.
There you go.
Nobody really!
Thank you. And good job to all of the people who figured out the problem so quickly and efficiently. So the first song we're going to sing for you tonight, it's called Friend. And I wrote it in a really interesting way, actually. I was walking past the graveyard. I haven't written many songs in that way, but here you go. Here's Friend. It's probably weird to be here at the grave of a guy you've never met. Are you scared you're going to lose him before you ever knew him? Does he remind you of your first friend? Would he be grieving you? It's a small world, we're both guys folks looked right through. And you'd like to say your first goodbyes to this nameless dead guy. It's probably strange to be standing by the side of a skeleton without eyes and no more skeletons in his mind. You never saw him smile, you didn't even speak. He doesn't have a name now, is it weird? Would he be grieving you? It's a small world, we're both guys folks looked right through. And you'd like to say your first goodbyes to this nameless dead guy. Thank you. It's much better with Zoe Logan on bass. So, the next song we're going to play is a song called Mr. Nice Guy version 2, and it is definitely not the second version, it's like the 6th version. And when I wrote it, I really hoped it was the last song I wrote about this. Yeah, so you have Mr. Nice Guy version 2. The sky's a milky violet blue. You've covered the stars with the songs of your scars, so none could be brighter than you. Such sweet melodies fall from your lips and claw at the heart. There's nothing left inside of your chest but clicking spare parts. And you can find this song on my second album, which will be everywhere on August 31st. You sing silver-tongued siren songs. No one could hate you, no one could blame you. We just can't make friends with gods. Amen, 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 Mr. Nice Guy. Amen, Mr. Nice Guy. I hope this is our last goodbye. The next song we're going to play is it's a pretty short, cute little song. I don't have a lot to say about it because it's pretty new and I never know what to say about new songs, but it was weirdly prophetic. Yeah. It's called A Confident Guy Like You. One day I promise I will do my part. I'll brush my teeth, 8 hours sleep, and I won't push myself so hard. I'll leave when I'm overwhelmed. I won't smile when I'm sad and well. I wish I could promise that were true, 'cause I wanna be a confident guy like you. Ooh. It seems so easy being almost perfect. I strive for pride in being almost not a train wreck. Sure, you've got your faults and you always embrace them. Boy, I've got my faults, and one day I will face them. And I wish I could promise that were true, 'cause I wanna be a confident guy like you. And you never feel lonely on your own. You can always breathe and you know which road leads to home. And you wish you could promise that were true, 'cause you wanna be a confident guy like you. Thank you. So that was a very new song. And the next song is a very old song. It's from my first album. It's my brother's favorite song. I hope he's watching. He probably is. And it's called Tree Sap Cafe. Mint tea on saucers with painted mint leaves, bringing smiles to faces that bleak. Open 6.5 days a week. Bookshelves full of stories from people who write, and pictures from people who draw and paint and pour their heart on a page. What do you see in the clouds? Just water vapor on rainy days. Let your imagination run wild. Meet me in the morning in your school shorts on the corner at the Tree Sap Cafe, and we'll talk about the weather. You know you deserve better, and we'll sit there listening. And the coffee is hot and the rain sounds soft through the ceiling, and it's tapping out a tune that will play sometime before the bell for third period rings. Ooh. Paper lilies litter the ceiling like bubble gum under desks. It may sound silly, but the dancing rainbows on your top and in your hair are what I like best. Refracted light from spinning globes above the windows, sending colors into the shadows. What do you see in the stars? Just burning gas from space, but you find hope in the strangest places somehow. Meet me in the morning in your school shorts on the corner at the Tree Sap Cafe, and we'll talk about the weather. You know you deserve better, and we'll sit there listening. And the coffee is hot and the rain sounds soft through the ceiling, and it's tapping out a tune that will play sometime before the bell for third period rings. Ooh. And again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the incredible Zoe Logan, her first night singing in front of a crowd. Thank you. Now, I'd like to take a moment to thank, obviously, YouthRock for bringing us here, and all of the sponsors, our judges, of course, and our teacher, Miss Pearson, who brought us all the way here from Armidale on the train, which took like 8 hours. And of course, you guys for being such a warm audience. We really appreciate it. And a huge congratulations to the lighting people who had to reprogram and patch the entire desk before the show. Our last song is called Dear Boy, and it's a pretty interesting song. I like it, and I especially like the bass part that Zoe has written for it. Very nice. So here you have Dear Boy. Yeah. Dear boy, don't you want to see the world? But then again, you seem content with universes in your head. Dear boy, stargaze at oceans in a fishbowl. You deserve the moon for doing nothing you can control. You see the world a way only you could understand. Swimming in your eyes are colors no one else could comprehend. Dear boy, are you going my way? Hitchhike beyond and back someday. Dear boy, skimming rocks and scraping knees, collecting bugs and creepy crawlies. Dear boy, watch the world go by. What a strange place to be alive. You see the world away, only you could understand. Swimming in your eyes are colors no one else could comprehend. Dear boy, are you going my way? Hitchhike beyond and back someday. You can't see yourself from where you are like I can, but I can't see the world the way that you do either. I like to use my mind to imagine I am seeing things through eyes as deep as yours, as deep as oceans. You see the world away, only you could understand. Swimming in your eyes are colors no one else could comprehend. Dear boy, are you going my way? Hitchhike beyond and back someday. Thank you again. We are Nobody Really.
Amazing. Thank you for stepping up and singing, Zoe. It was such beautiful harmonies. So the third prize, more thank yous. There's always more thank yous. Third prize, GHS and road product from Dream Music and Turramurra. This is for the band. And studio time at Trackdown Studios in Fox Studios, Moore Park. And for the school, Shaw microphone product from Jans. Again, sponsors, important. We love them. Thank you. Makes this all possible. The next band up. They're here. They're telling me their name. They don't realise I've got it written here, although I did admit to being old the other day. I can't see, blind, need glasses, all of that stuff. It's Temperate! Come on up. Now, these guys, okay, this is my moshing moment again. These guys melted my heart. I said, you know, why Temperate? Obviously, those little aliens that came down and destroyed the world. It was especially hard on the music community. We're a community that is so used to being creative together. It's not a solo thing. Even when you are a solo act, the community that we live in is important to feed the creativity, to feed the soul. And these guys had a lot of disruption, and it was a lonely time where they tried to take advantage of it, and they went away and grew in their own bubble, but they were so desperate to get back together through those lockdowns. And when they got back together, I've got goosebumps, this is so corny, but when they got back together, they just felt at home and at peace. And so they felt that they were the temperate feelings that came after the storm. They met when Gabby, the vocalist, needed help with her HSC because she needed some musicians to help shape her project, and again, melted my heart. They just vibed so much together. There's so much chemistry there, and they just didn't want to do this without each other anymore. So they're a very close band, and I feel like we're going to hear that in their workings together. That was pleasant. But it's not all love and beauty in their world. They rehearse in a shed that they have to lock the door while they're rehearsing because there's wild dogs outside. I don't think that was a joke. They're from up in Coffs Harbour High, up Coffs Harbour Way. They rehearse across the road from a pub. So they've managed to get a couple of gigs at the pub across the road, and they just wander over. The third song they're playing tonight, they wrote when they were stranded on an island. well, Gabby wasn't there. They were stranded on an island and missed Gabby's birthday. And it was during some of the crazy weather. I don't know when it was, but we've had so much crazy weather lately. It could have been any time in the past year and a half. And they got stranded on this island, couldn't get back to the mainland. And they paid $10 to some dude for the only guitar on the island to borrow this guitar so that they could at least be connected to their music little family. And they wrote the third song. So keen to hear the desperation to get on dry land in that song. Without further ado, it's Temperate.
Thank you. So a few months ago, the boys and I had a gig, and went really well. So we had a bit of a celebration, you could say, after the gig. Who here likes having a good time? Well, let's just say we had a bit of a good time after this gig. I'll spare you the details, but we wrote a song about it. So it's called Midnight Sin, and we hope you enjoy.
out here. Can I get a hell yeah? Ha, that's what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3.
We've got one more song for you. I know, sad, it's our last one. But before we do that, I thought I'd just give a quick fun little introduction. So my name's Gabby, I'm lead singer. Hello. Thank you, thanks. This is Finn and Scotty on guitar, amazing guitarist. That's Ethan over there on bass, killing it. And we've got Levi up the back on the drums. What more could you want, honestly? Our last one is called Love Bound. So here we go. biggest wave hands. Let's go, guys, come on. I know you're capable. Yes, get the flashlights out. Thank you guys so much for listening.
You guys having fun? Not really then. Are you guys having fun? Oh, good. Thought we'd lost you for a second. It's time to mention an award, so it's not all about first, second, third. There are also awards for encouragement. There's the Aaron Chugg Award and some special finalist awards. The Encouragement Award is the Abdullah El Danawi Award, and I've been remiss lately and haven't explained who Abdullah El Danawi is. He worked on YouthRock for 6 years on the production team, and his band performed here, or were competed here for 3 years. What was it? 95, 96, and 97. The band got into the grand final for one of his songs, and one of his songs appears on the YouthRock CD. Sadly, he did pass away in 97 from an inoperable brain tumour. So there is an award honouring him tomorrow night, which is the Encouragement Award. The recipient will receive multi-track recording at Studios 301 and music equipment from Dynamic Music. The Aaron Chugg Award is for the band that displays the most passion and commitment, and let me tell you, there's been a lot of them, a lot of passion and commitment. I actually feel, I hosted this in 2019 and I am fairly overwhelmed at how beautiful this group, and you guys who are inevitably watching at home, has been. Everyone is just, I guess we've had 2 years off for the reason we can't talk about anymore because we're just going to start ignoring it. But I feel like we're all so grateful to be back, and I think it's shown us what music really means to us. I'm off track. Aaron Chug Award gets a Rode microphone product from Taramara Music. The YouthRock Special Finalist Award receives multi-track recording at Damien Gerard, Sound Heaven, Zen, Grove Studios and The Lab. And the Vocalist Award has a vocal lessons by vocal coach Alex Blandino. Again, huge thank you to all the sponsors. Yeah. The next band up from Ku-ring-gai High is the Tin Heads. Now, you may recognise their name if you are YouthRock followers, because the Tin Heads did compete in 2019. They're looking slightly more dapper these days, I feel. That's just my opinion. Got the turtlenecks, loving it. Unfortunately, they didn't make the finals in 2019, so they are back with a vengeance. They've had some success over the past couple of years, and this year alone they've played a couple of gigs and played at an opening of a skate shop, or was it a skate park? It doesn't matter, there were cool skaters there, and what's even better is they annoyed the library next door, so you know that you're making some great noise when those studying in the library get upset. They write and record their own tracks with Orlando mixing and producing. There's 3 songs currently out on streaming platforms, but they are looking to get more. They've just got to win this award so that they can get some more recording down. They've got an EP on the horizon, but again, they're just wanting to get more tracks down and get those recordings happening. Their influences: The Strokes, The Backseat Lovers, Nirvana, Beach Boys, and Mac DeMarco. They're a mix of alternate rock, hint of punk. They've been together for now 4 years in some form or another. And their name. So the Tin Heads, they got their name when someone threw a cymbal at the drummer's head. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like really dangerous. And they're like, oh, it's only a small cymbal. I went, great. So they were going for, brain damage rather than decapitation. I'm not sure. Luckily, it didn't land. Everyone's alive, and they're still in a band. I don't know how. But we're going to hear them now. It's the Tin Heads.
How we doing?
Salted sea, she's hurting. Yeah, she's really gotten into me, and she's turning the other way. Give her time, she'll back down. Give time now, she'll come around. I don't mind, I don't care. She's on my mind, but really, I don't mind, she don't care. I'm always lost when she's in my head. She's in my head. She's hit me, son, she's on the run. And she stunts it fun or she kills someone. She'll turn away, give her time, she'll back down. Give time now, she'll come around. I don't mind, I don't care. She's on my mind, but every day. I don't mind, she don't care. I'm always lost, 'cause she's in my head. She's in my head.
Thank you.
Here we have, well, now on the bass, Noah Lees, who step over there. On the guitar now we have Ryan Beckett. And myself, Orlando Simmons, on the drums. Yeah. Alright, this next one's called Bedways. Please don't sleep.
We're going to bed. Don't bump your head, 'cause you'll be tired in the morning. We're going to drink. Don't suffocate in your sleep, 'cause you'll be tired. I'll be tired too. Sit at your way, bedways, best ways for me and you. And I know we won't stay, but it's going to anyway, so we'll be back soon. Just a second to remember your name. It's been a while, things aren't the same, and it's alright, and I'm okay. Just a second, just to check the time. Each clock is ticking, it's passing by, and it's alright, and I'm okay. Thank you. Next up, we're going to play a little number called Navigation. And if you guys want to get your phones out, get the little cell phone lights going, that'd be perfect. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Well, you're there, my navigation, independent on my location. It's crazy. Everyone's saying, but you're there, and I'm okay again. You're always there. A girl like you is kind of rare. When I call, I risk it all. It's low-bearing fruit, but I'm way too tall. Everyone, you've been a really good audience. This one's called Limbo. It's our last one of the night. Keep on rocking in the free world. Can't you hear what I've been saying? No. People asking what I'm saying. I've been stuck in limbo for ages. No. The coughing won't stop, interrupting my thoughts, tearing me apart. When will it stop? I don't know. Staying awake, I never sleep, and that's not okay, I know. Head to the pillow, nights are untold, I might never sleep,
thank you, thank you. Good night, everybody.
Another big thank you to YouthRock for putting on this wonderful show for everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're getting into it now. Feel free to get up and dance. That's always welcome. Now to thank some very important people in the room. I know I keep saying that none of this happens without our sponsors, but truly none of this happens without the judges sitting back there at the panel. And not only do we need to thank them for giving up their time, but thank them for doing one of the hardest jobs in this room. It's very hard to get up and perform for everyone, but that is a passion you're sharing. To then have to judge these amazing, talented musicians and pick only 2 of them to go through to the grand final is an almost impossible task. Tonight, we have Tom Brazel from Harbour, Jacob Riesel from Harbour, Alan Smith, the founder and organiser of YouthRock, Sky Jeffrey from APRA, Abby Gardner from AG Music, Ben McCrum, Lara D and Josh Hamilton. Let's make some noise for them. Now, they don't just simply sit there and go, those are the guys I like the best, those guys looked the cutest. There's actually a criteria that they need to consider, and sometimes working out that criteria and scoring them through that can sometimes tear them apart. And it's a very specific thing that they're looking for. So the 4 criteria that they're judging on is songwriting, presentation and their set construction, and that's not this set as in theatre, but their song set, communication and musicianship. So after 2 more bands, they will go off to deliberate and make an excruciating decision. The next band up tonight that we will be hearing from is, get ready to make some noise, Room 72. Now, these guys had a previous formation of this band, James and Charlie, and when their drummer left, they renamed, and Sasha joined, and they've been working on, they didn't exactly say this, but I'm gathering they've been working on some stage presence. I don't know what that sounds like, but I'm excited to see them get up and perform for us. They write songs and they just want to have fun on stage. They played, this talk about fun on stage, they played their first gig for Comic-Con in cosplay. I'm wondering where the costumes are. I mean, yeah, that does deserve a round of applause because I want to see those costumes. I don't, although that's a very dapper outfit there. I do love that. James was Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders. Charlie was the 11th Doctor. I'm not a Doctor Who fan, which might get me killed right now, but I don't really know why that's a big deal because someone said the 10th Doctor. Was like, I'm not the 10th Doctor, I was the 11th Doctor. Apparently it's a really big difference. I thought they all kind of were the same thing, but I stand corrected. And Sasha was the Joker. They have songs in development and they really want to record more songs, and like most of the bands here, they really need that prize because everyone's wanting to record more songs. They love playing together and they would play even if there was no audience in the room, but we're lucky that we are here to hear them. It's Room 72.
We are Room 72, and I have one question for you all. Are you guys ready to rock? Come on, I can't hear you. You can do better than that. Come on. It's more like it. Come on, everyone. We'll have to try again. It's a bit awkward. We'll go again. Clouds won't leave, I guess they're here to stay. Flooding won't stop, it's been one hell of a day. People just need to get out of my way. 'Cause if they don't stop, I'll have something to say. Whoa, the bus has broken down. Whoa, life has flipped around. Rains have begun to rise. I'm falling under, losing control. Walk away for miles, but don't get nowhere. You're a step behind me, but no one. From impending doom, heart's racing from an impending doom. Whoa, the bus has broken down. Whoa, my life has flipped around. Rains have begun to rise, falling under, losing control. Oh, the bus has broken down. Oh, life has flipped around. Rains have begun to rise, falling under, losing control. Sorry about that. I'd like to introduce the band for you. We're Room 72. On bass, we have Charlie Jacobson. On drums, Sasha Byrne. I'll be your guitarist and singer. I am James Nilsson. We'd like to play our next song for you. It's one of the first ones we ever wrote, and hopefully this isn't the last time we play it. Cold as hostile and dark as dungeon. That's how you make me feel now. You are so rude, you are so cruel. I don't know why I can't get over you. You are so rude, you are so cruel. Why are you goddamn mean? You are so rude, you are so cruel. Whoa, 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 whoa. least I was in tune this time. Our next song we'd like to play you has a bit of a weird backstory because I was at a garage sale, right? And then this girl comes up to me and her dog's name is Freedom. So I figured it's a bit poetic, maybe I'll write a song about it. And so I did. From his rusty wasteland, yeah, far away from home. Far from his rusty wasteland, yeah, far away from home. This will be our last one, and it's definitely one of our favorites to play. It's one for the musicians. Has 3 different time signatures, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thunder's howling, but it's not raining. Artillery fire, shrapnel hailing, bayonet rifles, storming through trenches, breaking through the front lines, breaking people's hearts, rolling down, marching in time, trapped here, stuck in my mind, rolling down, charging in time, and now she's gone away. Soldiers fleeing, paradox apocalypse, nightmare fuel, but I'm not waking. Tradition lives on, not telling the truth. Rolling down, slash and burn on drums. Rolling down, marching in time, shaking, nerves all combined. Rolling down, charging in time, and now she's here to stay. Thank you, Bankstown.
All right, before I get on to more formalities, I do need to lay down some personal rules, or one personal rule. You're all very lucky to have me here tonight because my football team, the Mighty Bunnies, are playing currently, and I am performing an impossible task of a media blackout so I can watch the game when I get home. Nobody spoil this for me. I'm not believing anything that he says, so that's fine. I did this actually on the grand final last year. I was working, and everybody, like I was working on a live TV show, and I heard the director get told I didn't even know who the director was. You know, they sit in these golden towers somewhere, and I heard him get told over comms, Lola's a massive Bunnies fan. You cannot talk about the football tonight. And everyone was like, oh, okay, yep, no worries. Like, you know, this went to the highest level. Everyone agreed not to. Everybody knew, and as I was leaving work at midnight, walking to my car, a security guard goes, oh, by the way, Panthers won. And I was just like, are you serious? I was so livid. So unless you want to see my head explode, I know this isn't a grand final, but please give me this. It's my only joy in life. I'm a sad human being. Right, moving on to my thank yous. Now that I've berated you all, my thanks is to you guys. Without you, there's no live music. There is people playing in a room. So you, the audience, is what makes tonight a gig. It's what enables these guys to perform for someone, and it's really important for them to have someone to give to. And obviously to all of you guys over there who have given so much to us all tonight, thank you. Hey, you've learned to make noise. I love it. Next band up. Final band for the evening before the judges deliberate. We have Lethal. So we've heard from a couple of bands this year in these 4 heats where the bass player has been forced to play bass. This is another one of those situations, only more. So Flynn, the bass player. Max, the bass player. Flynn plays drums. Max, best friends with Noah on guitar. And growing up, they've known each other since primary school. Growing up, he's picked up a bit of guitar, but, you know, never really picked up the guitar. And these guys were like, well, look, we really need a bass player. You must pick up a bass. Just teach yourself bass. So without really, like other bass players, you know, they've been guitarists. Still remarkable, but they've got a foundation. Max here just goes, all right, well, I guess I better like learn from scratch. Picks up a bass and is taught himself. No pressure. You're trying to upstage me? Because it's working. These guys have said that a lot of bands become good friends through forming a band and playing music. These guys were best friends who love playing music and want to play it together. They think that's really special, and so do I. They're going to play some alternative rock and roll, garage, bluesy funk vibes. It's everything. It's everything we could ask for. Blow us away. Lethal.
Thank you, everybody. This next one, it's a real old one. It's called People Think I'm Crazy. Thanks, guys. We're Lethal, we're from Cronulla. This is Lizzo over here on the bass, and Flynn on the drums. This next one's called Honey Covered Razor Blades. taste my honey, yeah, yeah. You'll feel my razor edge the way you are. Honey, government, razor blade. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night.
Music like that. Let's give it up one more time for all of the bands who have performed for you tonight. It has come to the time where the judges are going to be locked in a room until they can decide on two bands to go through to tomorrow's grand final, sound check 10 a.m. I have forgotten to thank some of the most important people in this show over the past 3 nights, and I feel extremely awful for it. Because you see all of these people running around with cameras and helping out in production. There's a lot of work experience students here who have given so much, and I know how important they are because the nights that we have fewer of them, it's much harder backstage. They do so much for all of us. And we've got students and ex-students from Canterbury Girls, Picton High, Belmore Boys has students and ex-students as well, Picnic Point, Georges River Secondary College. So thank you so much to those guys, and I'm so sorry for not acknowledging you sooner because I got goosebumps. They do so much for all of us. They're running this show really late. None of us do anything else, and without them, the whole thing falls over. So thank you. So I invite the judges to go and do a hard job, and you guys can all go and have a drink and go to the toilet, and we'll see you back here when we've worked out what's going on tomorrow. I'm so nervous for all of you guys. You've all done such an amazing job, and if you don't get through, it is not because of any lack of talent. You all deserve to be there, but there can only be two. See you soon.